This is Chandelier, keeping it real. Hello, guys and boys. This is Chandelier, keeping it real. And I'm back again with one of my talk segments for y'all. And it's about they will have you turn against your family and your friends. We are speaking about these Jezebels and how they will stop you for talking to people and silencing you. You know, this channel is keeping it real, and I keep it real every day, all day, 365 days a year. Guys and boys, do not let the Jezebel spirit silence you, stop you from talking to people, isolating you, turning you against your family and your friends. You know, stopping you for talking on the job to people or your bosses, or getting out things that's going on inside the home to you. You know, with the controlling, with the bad behavior, the attitude they have towards you. But they want you to come home and splurge them with your money that you're making every week. But you can't have no contact with your family, your friends, your co-workers, your associates, nobody outside of the household. They want to know your everyday tasks. They want to know your whereabouts, what you doing, how you doing it, who you talking to, why, how long, how come. It's just them. You belong to them and their family. You only supposed to associate with her and her family alone. You supposed to just kick your family to the curb, kick your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, and your friends, and everybody away. They don't want you associating with nobody, no kind of shape, form, or fashion. And that's not a good way to live. You know how you are. You probably a social butterfly, or you're probably not a social butterfly, but you do socially with your family and your friends. And people know the change in you. Trust me, I know. My son, he changed dramatically. He was a social butterfly. He loved being around his family, his friends. He loved people on his job. He got along with everybody. He'll give you the shirt, shoes, everything. Offer him, even his jewelry, he'll give to you. So I know what I'm talking about. So when I get on my platforms, I don't talk about stuff that I don't know. I talk about stuff that I know, what I have experienced personally myself. That's why I can get up here and talk about these things, okay? And I seen what my son was going through. We talked for hours on end, from 6 in the morning to 12 at night. We going into the next day sometimes talking, you know? So I know what I'm talking about. Boys and gentlemen, young men, do not let these Jezebel's spirits, you know, put you in a nutshell. You know, try to bind you up like that. Don't let them do that stuff to you. You know, that's unhealthy. That's unhuman. You know, they're trying to take your voice. They're trying to take your personality, your voice, your spirit, your heart. They're trying to take your all over health. And they will take your health. That's why my son ain't here today. That stress killed him. And I'm going to continue on saying it because it is true. I don't care if nobody don't believe it or not. It's true. You know, and I know what I'm talking about. That stress will kill you. That stress will take you out because then you'll be nervous, scared to really even talk to people, scared to even talk to your mother. You know, because they hide things from their parents. You know, I might know some things that my son told me, but I don't know it all. You know, some things he just kept to himself. You never cover nobody's floors up because if you do that, they'll see what else they can get away with you. Oh, but I did this. Now I can get away with this with him. I could do a little bit more because he's not going to tell his mother, his father, his sisters, his brothers, his cousins, his aunts, his nephews and nieces. Nobody, you know, because because they're threatening you too. You know, so you got to be careful with that. They're threatening you with their friends and family and things of that nature. So you got to watch out for it. If you find yourself in that situation, it's ways to get out. Like I said, they need to building safe haven homes for guys and boys, gentlemen. Talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to somebody on the job. You know, so you can get out of those situations. Don't let nobody talk you against your family, because that's what they'll do. They'll say they're the only ones. And then you will start to believe that, you know? Because they'd be like, see, they ain't calling you. They not coming over here to see you. They not coming to check on you because they put you in that nutshell by yourself, you know? And they telling you don't, you know, because then they get mad at you, you know, and try and withhold things from you. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be like, yeah, she's right, but you're not thinking. In the very beginning, she was like, no, you with me and my family now. You don't need to be calling your mother all the time, telling her everything, and your father all the time telling them things, and your sisters and brothers would go on between us and our household. It stays. No. If something's going on that you don't like and you feel very uncomfortable with that, don't even go for that nonsense. And you know it ain't right, but you're trying to please her. Some people you cannot please. Stop people pleasing. Stop doing that to yourself. Because the more you do for her, she's going to want more. You know? And she's taking your voice. She's trying to take you away from your family. She's trying to take you away from your friends. So people don't know nothing. Your family don't know nothing. Your friends don't know nothing. Then when they see you, you're all smiles. You're looking good. You're smelling good. And so, but that's all a front. And see, we as people, we know our loved ones. And we know how you change dramatically. You know, something's wrong, something ain't right, you know, because they telling you not to call. And then when you do call, they get mad. They want to argue with you on the phone, with your mother, with your father, with your sisters and brothers, make an argument so you can get off the phone, and then get mad when you do telling your family something. Do I put family in it? Did I tell family anything? You MFer and this and that. They start cursing at you like that. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about, because I heard these over the phone with my son. Okay? They get mad. When you even confiding your female cousins or your male cousins, they even get mad about your female cousins. Even your male cousins, anybody. They don't want you around nobody. When we think it's just females they jealous of everybody. They don't want you around nobody, guys and boys, gentlemen. So, please, take this advice, you know? And if you're in this situation, do you know what Shannon Lee is talking about? You'd be like, well, she's describing my situation right now. So you got to do something about that. You got to get yourself out of that situation. You know? Like I said, y'all working or something, plan an escape route. You know? If you got your car, plan your escape route. If you don't got no car and she's picking you back and forth up to work, you know, plan a different way to get to work. You know? You got to make plans. With your family, your friends, your cousins, or somebody, you got to link up. Like I said, boys, men, and everything. Y'all link up together and help each other out to get out these relations because they're deadly. That stress would kill you because you be so scared and nervous. Sometimes you be scared and nervous to even go home. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Don't let these females do that. Don't let them Jezebels do that. Okay? Because it's not right. Especially when the relationship was good in the beginning. It's always good in the beginning, but then they want to take control. They want to take charge of you. You know? Oh, you just doing things with their family for Christmas, Thanksgiving. You know, you go on trips. You do little picnics with them and little barbecues, you know? And little weekend trips and stuff. They don't want to invite your family or your sisters and brothers. You know, you got to watch stuff like that. You pay attention when you're courting these females or you're married to these females. You know, especially when they don't want your family around. They're making excuses. Then they have you to make excuses to your family and friends. You know, like Thanksgiving or Christmas. Oh, no, I'm spending Thanksgiving with them. You know, especially if you didn't see your mother in years, your father in years, your sisters, you know, and your brothers in years. You know, because that Jezebel, she's going to get mad if you come and spend Christmas with your mother and her brother and your brothers and your sisters and your cousins. So they get jealous about that. You know, so that everybody coming together. But see, we as people, we know we can't even be around them because the Jezebel spirit is so thick in the air. And you can feel the uncomfortability. You know, you can feel that tension, especially in a godly way. You know, you can feel that. And plus, they don't want to be around us anyway. You know, because we in the godly way, and they know we'll pick up on them. And we're good judges of characters. Because if you're a good judge of character, you'll know. And you won't even want to be around that. You know, so who want to be around a Jezebel? You know, I'd rather just be around my son, you know, and my grandchildren. Leave that Jezebel at home, you know. Because it ain't going to work. You know, because we as people, we're not going to sit and pretend that everything's okay when we know it's not okay. When we know that you dogging our sons out. You dogging our nephew. You know, you dogging our male cousin. We're not going to want to be around you. because you're a Jezebel spirit. And God said vengeance is his. And what goes around comes around. You're not doing nothing slick. You did not get away with nothing. When you're hurting people and you're stressing people to death, to their demise, that's going to come back to you. God deals with everybody accordingly to their deeds. Okay? So don't think that you got away with nothing. Oh, I did that, because you didn't. Boys and men, gentlemen, plan an escape route. Do not let them turn you away of your family and friends, because those are the most important people in your life that you're going to need to get up out of that toxic, demonic relationship. You know? It's so demonic. It's foul. It's not right. And I don't know how them Jezebels lay down and sleep at night and think that that is cute. That is not cute when you're sitting there using a man for his money, so he don't even got nothing for himself. He can't even buy him a cold soda. He can't do nothing. You know? It's not just about you. He got family. He got friends. He want to go and visit. He want to go give gifts to. He want to go spend time with his family, time with his cousins, and all of that. Don't let them do that to you. Try your best. Ain't no try. Get up out of it. Much as you love the person, and you can, and we got years together, and we got children together, it's always visitation. You could go to family court and file for visitation rights. Go fill them papers out to get your visitation rights with your children. You know? But if you the father, you got custody of the children, let her file the papers and get visitation rights. You know, and she could take them to the park and do those things, you know, with the children. Don't stay in a relationship because you got children. No, don't use no excuses like that. Well, don't allow her to use excuses like that with you. And don't allow her to tell you, oh, if you leave me, you're not seeing your kids, because they'll use the kids against you. No, that's a lie. You could go and get visitation rights. File papers for visitation rights. Let them talk all like they want. The judge got the last say, because they'll be, oh, you leave me, you're not going to get visit. You're not going to visit your kids. You're not getting no rights. You know, they cannot take your rights away from you. Gonna tell you can't get visitation with your kids. It takes two to make kids, and that's something with these mothers. You know, they think that they got all the rights because they're mother. These are my kids. No, they are your kids. You know, so you got the right to go file visitations to see your kids. That the dates that the court give you, that the judge give you, pick your kids up, just bring them back at a timely fashion. If you know you're gonna be a little late, call her up, let her know you're going to be a little late, and document everything. You know, get your little book. Write down everything. I'm going to pick up such and such this time. I'm bringing them to this time. Oh, okay, I called her, said I'm going to be a little late. Write that down. I called her this time. I called her at 9, told her I'm going to be a little late. You got to write everything down, because they're trying to use everything against you, so you cannot have no visitation rights with your kids. So when push comes to shove and you got to find yourself back in court, you know, for visiting with your kids, have all your stuff in a file and make sure you give copies to the judge. You know, because you gotta cover your back. You know, and they're not gonna tell you that. Or they're gonna tell you can't get visitation if you leave them. I don't care. Go to court, talk to a judge, talk to your lawyer, have them help you get your visitation rights. Don't let them fool you that you can't get no visitation rights, guys. Okay, because then you feel like you stuck. No, I'm here to tell you. You're a father. You help make them kids. Get your visitation rights. Stand up for yourself. Don't be scared. Don't have them threaten you with their cousins, their uncles, and all that stuff. No. Put an order of protection on everybody that is threatening you, too. Don't be scared. That don't mean you're a punk and you scary and stuff like that. You ain't trying to go to prison for hurting somebody, for protecting yourself, because she's threatening you with her family and her friends. So you got to do that. You know, you got to protect yourself, you know, because you're trying to live a healthy, prosperous life, you know, and watch your kids, you know, grow, and watch them get married, go to their wedding. You're not trying to have somebody threatening your life. You're not trying to be unhappy and sad and depressed and stuff, you know, because my son went through that. You know, now he's not here to see his kids, you know, grow up and become something that they want to become, or see his sisters get married, you know, or see his brothers get married, you know. So I'm just giving y'all advice, you know. It's up to y'all to take it. And like I said, be careful. Get out of a relationship and do not let them talk you against your family and friends, because they will do that. They'll say they is the only ones. You know, because you be so bent down and so depressed and so sad, you start believing that stuff. You know, because they say they're not calling. Of course we're not calling because he not picking up the phone, or you must have turned his phone off while he in the shower, or he's sleeping, so you don't turn his phone off, so he can't hear nobody calling. So guys, make sure y'all have your phone with y'all when y'all in the bathroom, or when y'all sleep or something. Even if you got to put it in your pocket, lay on it or something. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, put it somewhere where you know where it's at, and then when you wake up, you know where it's at, or let your family friends know, well, I'm going to sleep, I got to hide my phone, so if I'm not, you know, answering it, I'm asleep or something like that, but I will get back to you, because she takes my phone and puts it down on silent, you know, because they do stuff like that. Or if you, a person that you had your phone locked and you use your fingerprint or something, be careful. Don't use a fingerprint, because they'll take your finger and put on your phone and unlock your phone. Trust me, I know, because that happened to my son. Okay, so y'all got to be careful how y'all do your phones. You know, just put it up somewhere. You know, or have somebody hold your phone. You know what I'm saying? Because then we thinking something wrong, so we calling the hospital. You know? We call, you know, for somebody to come over there. You know, sometimes you even got to call, you know, the police over there to do a well check. Trust me, I have done it. For a well check to make sure my son was okay. Because that's how serious it is. And this is serious. Being in a domestic violence relationship with a Jezebel, you got to do that for your sons, your nephews, and your male cousins. You got to do that. You got to check up on your loved ones nowadays. You know, you got to do that. Because they want full control of them men and them boys. And they go to any length to do it. You know, because they get jealous. Because you spending time. You going over to your family's house, your friend's house. You know, they're coming over there starting with you. To run you away from there, to go home, to sit there and be by yourself, be isolated while they working, or they out with their friends. Don't let no Jezebel spirit do that. Don't let them Jezebels do that. That is demonic. That's evil. That's disgusting. That's worse than demonic. And then they think they're getting away with something. Don't let them do it to you guys. Don't. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I done lost 2 sons. But my other son, I ain't lost to that. Thank God, but I still lost him. So I don't have 2 sons. Okay? But my son here, my stinker, he went through it. He went through it. He went through it. And I don't want to hear about another guy, another gentleman, another boy go through that. You know, because you're hearing that a lot. These boys are being demised in these relationships because they loving them so good and trying to do everything for them, buying them clothes and sneakers and jewelry, and taking them on trips and taking them to dinner, taking them to the beach, you know, taking all kind of trips and everything, you know, just to try and, you know, make them happy. And it's not enough. You got to stop, guys. When you know you don't did everything, then stop. It's time to walk away. It's time to cut your losses. Leave it alone. You're done, because you're going to exhaust yourself. And it's stressful. You know, and you're giving them all your money. You look if you have $10 in your pocket. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. My son went through this. And I don't want to see another guy or another boy, another teenage boy go through this. Or another grown man go through this. Because it breaks my heart. You know that these men, these good men, trying to, you know, pacify these Jezebels and trying to make them happy. You know, and they just keep on doing things to them. You know, and then they're going out cheating. And then when the guy cheat back on them, then they mad talking about he cheated when they cheated first. You know, especially if they're not there, if they're locked up in prison where they out cheating with Tom, Dick, and Harry and his father and his cousin too. You know, and people don't know that. When that woman cheated on them, I know what I'm talking about because it happened to my son. You know? So that's where the cheating lie at. When the female out there cheating, did the man retaliate, which, you know, 2 wrongs don't make a right, you know, shouldn't be doing it, but she did it. He retaliated back. Now, he the bad guy. You know, don't do that. So you're going to crucify him and just stress him out, you know, to his demise? Come on. People got to know the truth out here what these Jezebels do. Because a lot of their families don't know. Their fathers, their mothers don't know what they daughters be doing to these men. You know? They just take their side and take their word of mouth. You know? And they shouldn't do that. You know? Because it's always 2 sides of the story. And he always the man. Then they looking at the man, you know, like he's disgusting, you know? Because I ain't have no roach. You know? My son ain't no cockroach. And for somebody to call my son a cockroach, come on now. That's not right. You know, if somebody a cockroach, and you can't stand them, leave them alone. Get out their life. If you that disgusted with them. But they always want them around for something. It's always a reason. Because they shower them with gifts. They shower them with trips, with jewelry, with shoes and sneakers and clothes and stuff. So they want them around, to babysit. But I find babysitting, I wouldn't say babysitting, you just watching your own kids. So I don't know what they get babysitting for. Or I'm using him to babysit and all that. Everybody reap what they sow because God said vengeance is his. When people think that they got away with something, they ain't get away with nothing. Nothing. Believe it. Read your Bible. They ain't away with nothing. Because what my son went through was horrific. It was horrific. And I never be right. And I'm always going to speak about it. He should not have to go through that. He should not have to go through that. That's what brought the heart attack on. He got a blood clot that day. That very day. Everybody talking about a heart attack. Yeah. Because the blood was pumping so hard. And it formed a blood clot. Right then and there on the spot. Killed my son on the spot. Because ain't no way on God's green earth is somebody going to walk around living with a blood clot for years. My son wasn't walking around with no blood clot. You would not live to tell that you got a blood clot. I ain't going to say, what's it, they got a blood clot. Well, how is he walking? No, you're not going to walk around with no blood clot. He got a blood clot that day. Upset, the blood just pumping. And it just clogged up. Boom. From stress. Stress killed him. That's what brought the heart attack on, folks. And I'm here to tell you. That's what killed my son, that stress. Being stressed out, being tormented, been hurt, crying a river. I mean, actually crying. Tears just flowing from my son's face. Every time I talked to my son on the phone, on the FaceTime, he couldn't stop crying. He was so hurt and tormented. One out, but he's standing there for his kids. When you find that you stood there for yourself and then you stood there for them kids, it's no more wiggle room for the relationship. It's time to get out the relationship and go file for visitation rights for your kids. Get visitation rights for your kids. That's it. And let your kids know. Daddy love you. Daddy gonna be here on visitation day to pick y'all up. And we gonna do something. Daddy gonna make sure we have fun together, children. And them kids will understand. And trust me, them kids know what happened. Especially the older ones. They know. They seen it. They seen what happened to their father. Them bigger ones. If you don't know, now you know. That's what happened. Stress. Stress will kill you guys. Gentlemen. Boys. Stress will kill you. Get out of the relationship. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. It'll kill your soul. It'll kill your spirit. They stripped you. My son was stripped. I didn't even know was no more. Who are you? I want Stanker. I tell her, I want Stanker back. He inside that body. I want him back. And he's crying. I'm saying, son, I'm not trying to make you cry. I want you back. This is not you. You're not rude. You're not disrespectful. This is somebody else. This not you. I didn't raise you like this. I want you back. He was gone. That was just a shell. And everybody that know him, his cousins, his favorite cousins and stuff, his sisters, his brothers, they know that wasn't him. Y'all know that wasn't your brother. We wanted Boomkins back. That's his second baby name. He never outgrown his name for the records. He loved his name Stanker. He loved Boomkins. We wanted Boomkins back. We wanted Stanker back in that body. That wasn't him. He changed dramatically. And it was so sad. He only told me what he wanted me to know. And if I knew, he knew I would have came over there and got him and scooped him up out of that apartment. He would come up out of there. You believe it. When it come to mines, he was coming up out of there. Couldn't nobody stop me. If I knew. If he told me, and he know, if he told me, he was coming up out of there. Right here with his mother. Well, I could nurture him back to health. Bring him back. Bring Stinker back up out of that body. Come on, boy. We're going to fight this thing together. We're going to read this Bible. We're going to go to church. I'm going to feed you breakfast, lunch, dinners, snacks in between, and get you back up out of there. We want that Stinker back. And we still want him back. And we can't get him back now. Because he was hiding stuff. Hiding somebody's flaws. Gentlemen and boys, don't hide them Jezebel floors. Because you're going to be where my son at. I'm here to tell you. You're going to be where my son at. Y'all got to get up out of there. I mean it. Because mothers and fathers, y'all going to be burying your son like me. You're going to be burying your son. You got to talk to your sons. You got to talk to your nephews, your male cousins, and help them get up out of there. Get some serious counseling. Serious counseling. 3 days a week, 5 days a week, however it takes. Get them counseling. If the boys don't want to talk to y'all, gentlemen, y'all don't want to talk to your family, your friends and stuff, go to counseling. Talk to somebody to get up out of there. I'm pleading and begging y'all. Because this is a pain that is never, ever, ever going to go away. Y'all got to get up out of these relationships. I'm trying to tell you. And I'll be back with another talk statement for y'all. And I love all of y'all. God bless y'all. Get up out of the relationship, please. For your own sake. And this is Chandelier, and I'm keeping it real. Y'all have a very good day. Bye.